I think Big Mom was right with what she was doing, honestly. Shorty had, what, like 86 kids by a bunch of different men of different races. Long arm, long leg, fishman, human, obviously. But given her genealogy, she's just way bigger and stronger for absolutely no reason. Stronger than a regular human, at least. Anyway, I've always wanted to... This is gonna sound so bad. I've always wanted to have kids with a bunch of... Wow. Let me formulate this before I sound wild. I've just always wanted to have a bunch of mixed race kids. Like, okay, wait, no, that doesn't sound any better. I've always just wanted to have a bunch of kids of different races just to see what they would look like in different races. Like me as Hispanic, me as Asian, me as Indian, you know. They gonna eat me up for this one. All right, I'm about to get started. Ready? What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Kinjomo back at it again with another video, and today we're gonna be discussing some anime tropes that I hate. Now listen, as I've mentioned before on this channel, I'm a very huge anime fan, and I always have been ever since I was young. But there are things that I've noticed, and I'm sure many other people have noticed, even if you've just started watching anime. You've probably noticed some of these things that I'm about to mention. Now, usually, more specifically, and whatever else you want to add, this comes up in like shonen anime. Actually, I think most of the things on this list are just shonen anime. But yeah, so all I'm gonna do right now is just go over the list of things, and you know, if y'all agree, tell me in the comments. If you disagree, tell me in the comments. If I missed something else, tell me in the comments. Just hit them comments up, please. I am begging you, please. I'm trying to get more followers. Oh, speaking of which, we hit 200 at some point last week or 2 weeks ago. We hit 200. So shout out to everybody that's been subscribing to me so far. Shout out to everybody from TikTok or wherever else you found me. I appreciate y'all, and let's hop into it. So the first thing on the list is fan service. Now listen, if you've seen literally any anime at all, just wait maybe 1 to 2 episodes in, you'll see some fan service. Like, you know what fan service is. You know, sometimes it's very overdone. Like, I'd be immersed in the story, and then for some reason there's a panty shot or someone's gibblies are jiggling all over the screen. Yeah. And for some reason, that's always the moment when somebody decides to walk into the room while I'm watching it, and that's all they see on the screen. Just walking like, hey, what you doing? Oh my God, you nasty. You know, sometimes I just want to watch the show and I see some bats.
The one with the bats?
Them big ass titties. You stupid.
On the screen. Shows like One Piece, High School of the Dead, especially High School of the Dead. JoJo. You know what scene I'm talking about.
The way out, dog. Just keep moving.
Prison School, and basically all other shonen anime do it all the time. Now it's different from gag anime that literally do it all the time as a gag, like Baka to Test. But it's like they just have outfits that open up for no reason around the breasticle chesticle area. They just be popping out for no reason. Like, what are you doing? You telling me you took a sip of water and your chest your buttons just pop? It's basically just like watching porn for the plot.
I see you don't have a lifeguard here at your beach.
I'm not at the beach, this is a bathtub.
It's funny to see sometimes, but at the end of the day, it just gets in the way of the action and it's kind of annoying. So I skip it. I don't skip it. Let me not say I skip it. But like, come on. At the end of the day, you just want to get to the action. I could do this side too. All right, so the next subject is hair. Now we all know anime hair is wild, as it should be, because it's anime. You know, it's a drawing. You get to draw however you want. But y'all don't even let me guess who the main characters are. How am I supposed to wonder who the villain in the audience is if the camera pans and somebody's sitting there with Yu-Gi-Oh hair? Like, that's a dead giveaway. Don't get me wrong though, some of the hairstyles are fire, but like some of the ones that are over the top, like Yugi, come on bro, what are you doing? There's no way you were born like that. And since we're on the topic of being born, like that? Why have some characters had the same hairstyle since they were like 3? You're telling me you're 26 and have the exact same hairstyle at the exact same length that you had when you were 2 years old? Now, the reason why this came up is because I was rewatching Bleach on Netflix, you know, just to get prepared for the 1,000-Year Blood War arc. And I got to a point where Rukia and Renji were having a flashback. And Rukia had the same hair, literally the exact same hairstyle as when she was a kid. Like, even Renji had a difference. His eyebrows were different. And yeah, I get it. It's anime, but seriously? The exact same hairstyle your whole life? This hair didn't look like it did last year. And don't even get me started on what I looked like up until 2019. And since we're on the topic of looks, that brings us into our next category: appearance. Why do some anime protagonists look like they're older than the actual adults in the series? I'm looking at you, Jotaro. Like, y'all have these children built Ford tough at the age of 14. Who looks like that? Even within JoJo, if you compare Jotaro and Giorno, they were around the same age in their respective parts, but I mean, it's partially because of the art style, but still. And Ichigo's about 6 feet at age 17, which isn't entirely unrealistic, but like even in real life, I'd be looking at them 6 feet, 17-year-olds like, what did you eat? What farm did they grow you on? Then there are the old characters that look way younger than they actually are. Literally, if you Google anime characters that look young but are old, you get a bunch of different characters and a bunch of different lists from a bunch of different websites. Some of the top offenders are Meliodas, Ko-Enma, which, you know, I didn't watch Yu Yu Hakusho. Don't come for me in the comments. I get it. Yes, I know. Wait, I know. It was before my time. Everyone in Dr. Stone is technically over 3,700 years old. And most of the Soul Reapers in Bleach are over 100 years old too. Because, you know, I guess souls age differently, whatever that means. Hey, man, shout out to the characters that actually look their age, you know, like the characters in Hunter x Hunter and the people of Soul Eater. Shout out to Soul Eater too, because that was a fire anime that should have been continued. I read the manga a little bit. I gotta reread that because it's fire. Speaking of, shout out to Fire Force as well, created by the same guy. All right, so for this next topic, tragic backstories. Why do y'all keep killing their parents? The person they love most has to die for them to get some type of power. It can't just be a regular school day and he just... I was about to start explaining the plot of Death Note. You get the point, bro. They just can't have a regular life. Well, I guess technically Deku's mom is still there. We just don't know who his dad is. Actually, now that I think about it, nothing really bad happened to Deku. Listen, all I know is Aang's entire clan died, okay? How was that fair? That boy was 12 years old. And yes, that's not technically an anime, but we all count it as one. Thank you very much. Actually, now that I think about it, nothing happened to Luffy's parents either. But y'all get the point. There have been enough anime protagonists that have had tragic backstories. Their parents died or something like that. Okay, so for this last topic, I've been saying topic and categories. It's just going to be one or the other. We have over-explaining abilities. Now listen. I have had it with characters over-explaining abilities. First of all, it's either in the form of a monologue, an internal monologue, or a side character sitting there explaining everything. Once again, looking at you, JoJo. And it'd be the most simple thing too. Like the main character could punch the air and then send a shockwave to hit his opponent. And the dude on the side would be like, oh my god, he punched the air, sending a shockwave to hit his opponent 50 feet away. How did he do that? Like, yeah, we just saw that. Thank you. Nah, the internal monologues be the worst because they be looking like they have all the time in the world. Listen, I get that sometimes you might need to explain somebody's abilities, but you can do it in a way that's not that. I think actually JoJo and My Hero have a very good system of explaining people's abilities. Like the little cuts in between shots. I don't know what those are called technically, but like that's a good way to do it. But anyway, I digress. That's the end of the list that I have so far. Once again, if I left anything out, please let me know in the comment section below. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you like the video. Hit the notification bell so you get notified whenever I post. I've been kind of lacking on views, I'm not gonna lie. The last video I posted got 4 views as of this recording. That's kind of crazy because it's been like 11 days. But anyway, this has been another video and I'll see y'all in the next.